Hi, it's Greg Otten here with MaritimeGardening.com, and today I'm going to take you through a walk in my garden, talk about mulch and why it's so important. We've had a province-wide fire ban here in Nova Scotia for I don't know how long exactly, but basically you're not allowed to have a fire in your backyard or a campfire. All the people that are camping in campgrounds are not allowed to have fires because it's so dry. And it's been very hot and very dry, which is unique when you're in a peninsula surrounded by the ocean. So it's unseasonably dry, unseasonably hot, and I haven't watered my garden in a month. So I just thought I'd take you around and show you the soil condition here. Again, I have not watered this in a month. And it probably hasn't rained for, I don't know, a week or two, I guess. Not any real rain, a splash maybe in the evening, maybe one or two nights, but I mean, it's dry enough that no one's allowed to have fires anywhere. So it's dry. Everywhere it's dry. So I'm going to show you my soil, which I've not watered for a month. Let's see if it's dry underneath the mulch that I've got, the different mulches I've got. You'll have to forgive the wind, but here's a kale garden. This is red Russian kale, and these are seeds that I saved myself. And if you look closely, mulch is wood chips. And it's not even that thick, really. It's probably only an inch at this point. I haven't mulched this. This is year 2 for these wood chips. And if we dig down, you don't have to get very far to get into moisture. I don't know how well that comes across on camera, but I can feel moisture in that soil. It's dark and it's moist. It's not soaking wet, but certainly the fine root hairs of a plant can take up moisture from that. There's Timothy, that seed germinated somehow. All right, this tiny bit of clover, I guess, germinated as well. Right, so there's moisture there, no problem. Let's look over here where we've got these are just leaves and lawn grass clippings. You don't have to go down very far at all. Moisture, right? I can feel it. You know, I don't squeeze this and water comes out, but this soil is wet. It's not dry. You can feel the moisture. It's not been watered. Let's check out over here where I got my potatoes. Well, potatoes need moisture, and I mulched this bed. If anyone watched that video, Mulching with Seaweed, an excellent winter activity, or I can't remember exactly what the title is, but I go down to a beach and get some seaweed. I put all that seaweed here, and look how beautiful these potatoes are growing. Look how healthy these raspberries look up here. Everything's going great into the seaweed. I think this stuff is just as good as cow manure. So let's have a look at the soil. Is it wet? Hasn't been watered. I have not watered this once. Literally have not watered this at all year. I put the potatoes in the ground and just left it. I got my hand in here in the ground. I'm going down nowhere near as far as the roots go, and I'm feeling moisture. Right? Could I grab this and squeeze a glass of water out of it? No. But the fine root hairs of a plant, they're right here. There's literally root hairs everywhere, ripping them up. Anyway, they can get moisture out of that, no problem. Again, that's why we use mulches. And this is just dead seaweed I got off the, below the high tide mark on a beach. That's the stuff you want, the dead stuff. So it's more rotten. Look at these beans I planted. This is a bed where I've got cucumbers growing. This hasn't been watered in, this hasn't been watered for a month. 4 feet high, higher actually. It's mulched with hay, about 4 inches of hay. But down here, in my walking trail, I just jammed I had some bean seeds. I just jammed them in this corner, and and that wasn't too long ago. That was an afterthought, but these beans are coming in pretty well, considering I just stuck them underneath the wood chips on a walking path. Because if you look beneath the wood chips here, you don't have to go very far to get wet. This is wet. This is wet soil. I'm going down less than 2 inches and it's wet, right? Despite the fact that this has had the sun beating down on it for weeks and no watering at all. And here's some blackberry trying to grow on my walking path. Look, a huge rhizome in there, or a huge root. Blackberries are a real problem here for me. My main invasive weed is blackberries. This whole area outside my garden is blackberries, and they just come in and try to set up shop. So what have we covered? We've done wood chips. We've done. Also, this goes to show how much more effective planting at grade is to something of a raised bed. I mean, most of the gardens I've showed you so far have been a little bit above grade. They've either been a foot above grade, or 6 inches above grade, or 4 inches above grade. This here walking path is at grade, and it's the wettest soil I've shown you. Another reason why, raised gardens, raised beds, there's a lot of things that they're good for, but when it comes to supplying your plants with water, planting at grade is the king, in my opinion. And all I got to do is show you this wet soil. Look, I don't know if you can see that, but I'm getting water out of that. I think you can see that, right? See the water coming out of that? That's at grade. What else? Oh, let's go look at our Ruth Stout garden over here. Now this was mulched with a foot of hay, actually probably a little bit more than that, out here. So which one should we do? Let's do the original one that I built at the beginning of that film I made. Let's move this back a bit. Get in here. Look at that. Look at that. That is wet. That is wet. I could probably squeeze... Oh, almost. Yep. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but I'm getting water out of that. I built this a month ago. Haven't done a thing with it. Literally, I just walked away from it and let the potatoes do their thing. Province-wide fire ban. I'm squeezing water out of the soil here. That's a heavy mulch, right? So the other mulches in my garden, they're maybe 2 or 3 inches. This was about a foot high when I originally put the hay down. It's gone down a bit now. It's probably only about a 6-inch hay mulch now. These potato gardens are 2 months old. Same idea. Straw mulch. Plenty of moisture down there. You can see the darkness. Plenty of moisture. Just doing great. I mean, look at the potatoes. Tell me I've got a moisture problem. And I don't think you can make that argument. Right? It's doing just great. Alright, so just a quick video for the sake of the unconverted. If I'm preaching to the converted, then it's probably gratifying. But to the unconverted, if you're still trying to grow vegetables in bare soil, bare earth with no mulch, change up your game. What a pain to have to stand around watering your garden. What a needless expense to have to install a drip irrigation system, when you can design a system that holds on to the water the way every other system in nature does. Every other natural system that's left alone is going to have a layer of decaying plant matter on the ground that retains the moisture, hangs on to it, and keeps it from evaporating. Alright, so I hope that was useful. I hope you find that useful content. If you enjoyed this video, please like, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Check us out on Facebook. Check out our podcast, maritimegardening.com. And until next time, get out there, get at it, have fun in your garden. Thanks for watching.